I do appreciate the fact that my mom just came outside and gave me some moral support, some motivation as well because we be tired as well. Time check is 12:25. Still in the same series, but this time is gonna be a bit in depth, and it's a quote that I heard a while back, but reread recently. I don't know who it's from, but I know it's from a very famous person, and it was like people die at 25, but they just get buried at 75. And this is the truth in the modern world that I feel like a lot of awareness has been brought to, not in a specific way, but in a very sophisticated way, in a very sophisticated, very posh manner, where we want to escape the matrix, want to like escape the 9 to 5 grind, want to keep it pushing. We want to be able to break free. And the truth is, or the truth has been, that a lot of people die at 25. Like their dreams, their visions, their ambitions, goals, purpose, it gets sucked out of you unless you're the lucky ones who were able to, brute force through it. But that's just how the thing has been going lately until now, where we basically see a rise in like people that want to break free from the trend of like monotony and being average. And we see a lot of people, because it's been pushed lately with all this social media high life, all this affluence and stuff like that, it's been very much pushed, and we're seeing it today. But the fact remains that a lot of people have allowed the system, so to speak, but there is no system. They have allowed life to be able to beat their dreams, their passions, their convictions out of them. And the thing is, there is really no matrix. I don't want to get put down. I don't want to. I don't want this channel to get shut down. But I also just want to make it clear that I'm not trying to appease no gods of YouTube or whatever, or some internet god. I'm just saying life happens to everybody, every single body, but it just depends on how you take it. This is gonna be one of the realest advice that you will receive today, right? And it's coming from a 50-year-old. There's no matrix. There is no system that is gonna try to, control you or whatever. The thing, maybe there might. I don't know. But the thing is that life happens to everybody. You grow old, you get a job normally, you get a wife or husband, you have kids, and you eventually had to buy a house, do all these things. So it's basically just a blueprint being made easy for you to follow, right? It's not inherently evil. Life does not care about you. Life is, justice in a sense. I'm not gonna pretend that it's all equal, but it does try to balance its scales, right? But the thing is that no one is out to get you, right? You are irrelevant. Okay, I don't want to seem too I don't want to seem egotistical about this, but get what I'm saying. You do not have a case file worth for some system to look at you and say, "Oh, we need to cage this man. We need to be able to put his destiny down." Nobody cares, right? It's just that you allow your perspective and you allow the circumstances and the situations to enter your mind and affect your thought process and make you have the victimhood mentality. And once you enter that, some people use the victim mentality to be able to break out, but the thing is, not everybody will be able to do that. So it's better you avoid it completely. Do not. And I repeat, do not. Back to the topic of this video. That many people perish at 25. And I pray you ain't one of them. I pray that you resurrect if you're past 25. But if you are not, if you're 15 to 24, right? Don't let it beat it out of you. And pursue your dream, please. Because AI is coming and it's a hard pill to swallow, but AI is replacing a lot of things. And this might be bad for a lot of people. Like, oh my god, AI is gonna replace everything. Da, da, da. But it's just like Andrew Tate said, this is a very crucial time to get rich. This is like peak time to get rich. I'm just divulging some of the conversations that I had with ChatGPT. Right? Of course, you're talking to AI, but this is one of the most crucial periods to get rich because of the new opportunity and the digital gold and cyber oil that is AI. But then after a period, 10 years or so, as they estimated, it will be increasingly hard to get rich because the opportunity has been like milked thoroughly. And even if people get rich during that time, it will be very rare because the fact is AI has already taken over, you know, all the monotonous work. You can't go and get a low paying job because it's already taken over, and things that you thought you could do, AI could do it more efficient and for cheap, right? So now if you're watching this, please do focus, get rich, basically. Get rich. Use every single opportunity at your disposal. Alex Ramosi said, if you don't have money, you don't have to have shame. Yeah, I think he said that. No money, no shame. Do everything, not bad. Do everything in your power and mental capability to be rich, right? Do everything in your capability to be rich. That is the thing, because if you get rich, you would be able to, one, again, I want to tell this to you. There's no system that is out to get you. There's no matrix that is out to get you. The only matrix is the matrix that is inside your mind. And if you get rich, no, when you get rich, because I'm gonna prophesy in your life, when you do get rich with me, life is still gonna happen. And what do you know now? Responsibility. You're putting people on payroll. You had to pay these people. Your family is dependent on you. Life happens. And this wealth that you wanted to liberate you will enclose and trap you again. And you're going to be back in the same unhappy, victimized state that you have been when you're broke. And that's where oh, money doesn't buy happiness mumbo jumbo comes around, because you've already killed the dream. It isn't really about the money, but about the freedom that it gives. There's just something liberating about, I want to be generic, but retiring your parents, not having to worry about bills and all these things. But when that money itself becomes the, there's an analogy. It says the greatest fortresses can be also your greatest strongholds or something like that. I don't know. But basically, the fact is that if you rely too much on this, it will come in and snare you back. Like I said, life will happen. The government, I don't want to get too deep into that. But the fact is that you need to be able to fight for your freedom, make the money, and pursue the dream, right? Whatever it is that you want. Make this wealth not be a god, basically. Don't worship money, but make it as a tool in order for you to live your best life. And once you do, pursue what you've always wanted. Write in whether you wanted to do this or do that, but basically be able to live that purpose. Because once you have purpose, like Nietzsche said, the man who has a why can withstand the greatest house. So, anyway, peace.